The bank didn't call, it texted. Your account is past due. I was standing in a grocery aisle, holding a box of cereal I couldn't afford even before the message arrived. Fluorescent lights hummed. A child cried somewhere behind me. My phone vibrated again. Minimum payment missed. My chest went hollow. Not panic, recognition. That quiet click when the lock finally turns. I opened the app. 3 credit cards, all mine, all maxed. I don't remember opening them. My name sat there like a forged signature, familiar, violated. The balances were precise, deliberate. Furniture, travel, boutique charges I'd never step into. I scrolled, slow, controlled. The numbers didn't frighten me. The timing did. Mom had asked last month if I was managing okay. Said it lightly, too lightly. Her eyes had lingered on my face, not my answer. I set the cereal back on the shelf, walked out empty-handed. In the car, I stared at my reflection in the rearview mirror. I looked calm. I practiced that look, learned it early. The kind that keeps people talking while you stop listening. My phone buzzed again. A transaction alert. The card was being used right now. I started the engine. I already knew where she was. Her house smelled the same. Lavender cleaner, warm deceit. She was at the kitchen table, laptop open, coffee untouched. She looked up and smiled. Automatic, maternal, rehearsed. You should have budgeted better. She said it before I asked anything. The words landed clean, sharp, like she'd been waiting to use them. I stood there, keys still in my hand, pulse steady. Somewhere inside me, something recalculated. I thought of all the times she'd warned me about responsibility, about sacrifice, about how much she'd given up for me. I thought of the envelopes I'd brought her when she said money was tight, the nights I skipped meals to cover rent while she booked weekend getaways for her mental health. Denial tried to rise. I buried it. Instead, I watched her fingers hover over the keyboard, the casual ownership, the ease. This wasn't a mistake. This was a system. She talked, I let her, about interest rates, emergencies, how family helps family, how I owed her for being born. Each sentence was a thread. I followed them silently, mapping the pattern. She wasn't ashamed. She was offended I'd noticed. I didn't confront her. I nodded, apologized. That surprised her. Compliance always does. Over the next week, I became invisible, pleasant, grateful. I asked about her trips, complimented her taste, let her explain purchases she thought I didn't understand. At night, I worked. Credit reports, statements, IP logs, merchant receipts. The cards were opened from her home network, the security questions answered with my childhood nicknames, things only she would know. I requested recordings. Her voice confirmed charges with my social security number like it was a lullaby. I slept little, thought constantly. Not about money, about motive. She'd planned this, built it slowly, a double life financed by my future. I wondered how long she'd intended to keep me useful. I wondered when she stopped seeing me as a person. The final report arrived on a Tuesday. Fraud confirmation, audio transcripts, a neat timeline of theft disguised as motherhood. I printed everything. Drove to her house, set the papers on the table between us, didn't say a word. She skimmed it first, smiling, then slower, then not at all. Her face collapsed inward. Not guilt, fear, the kind that comes when control evaporates. I didn't mean, she started. I held up a finger, just one. The silence did the rest. She cried, loudly, strategically, reached for my hand like it was still hers. I didn't move. I already fixed it, I said. Her eyes snapped up. I explained calmly how I'd frozen the accounts, filed reports, flagged her devices, sent copies to her employer who frowned on financial crimes, how the bank would reverse my debt, how she wouldn't escape hers. Her mouth opened, closed. I stood. You should have budgeted better, I said. The words aged her instantly. I walked out while she screamed my name like a spell that no longer worked. Weeks passed. The debt vanished. She didn't. Family called. I didn't answer. I sleep now, eat better, breathe deeper. Sometimes I think about who she thought I was. Sometimes I thank her for teaching me precision. I didn't lose a mother. I outgrew a parasite, and I never looked back.